Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, the Mysterious Cameraman, and today we're talking about The Lost Man, season 1, episode 2. Yeah, so this is a Marvel fan series, and I've been following this for a few years now. The trailer for this event were coming out in like 2023-ish, and eventually this series really started in late 2023, and that was when episode 1 came out, and now episodes 2 through 6 are coming out this year, next year. So I'll say I'm very excited. I've been very excited for this series, and I have a decent amount to say about it. I'll say this episode I have very few comments on, very simply because I'm going to be doing hopefully weekly reviews on this, and I just can't be saying the same things every single one of them. So I've already said a lot in episode 1, and I'll say it's very good. They do a very good job with the world building. They do a very good job telling the story. It's just overall very good. The issue is the fact that it builds a very interesting world, and in these 2 episodes, not much has happened related to Spider-Man, and that's not an issue. But at this point, it feels like this is more of a like a Captain Stacy, not Captain, but this is just like Officer Stacy, more than Peter. And we've seen some Peter stuff. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm excited to see once this show elevates from just the detective stuff, because I feel like a lot of this episode was that. And yes, it's cool and all, and I hope it pays out in the end. But for me right now, it's just not personally working for 6 episodes. I think they really wanted to hit that 6 episode mark, but for me personally, it just hasn't been worth these episodes right now. And it's not an issue or anything. It's just that I want to feel like each episode is working, and I just don't. I feel like these episodes even could have been like shortened and combined into one of them, but like I get why they broke it up. I just feel like it could have been. I hope it pays out in the end, but right now it just for me wasn't a strong second episode, and I also feel like the second episode is such a good point to draw people in, and then do a third episode like this, because I feel like at this point it's gonna be episode 4 that's crazy, but I don't know if it's worth waiting. Like I'm gonna watch it all, but I don't know if there's gonna be so many people that will. So like that's what I feel like there's definitely gonna be people that watch it, but like who knows? I personally have been very very much enjoying this series though. I think it does a very good job telling overall this entire story, and I'll say every character is interesting in this. I don't think there's a single bad character or one that isn't fun to watch on screen. And I think that's pretty big. I did rewatch episode 1 a bit ago, and I'll say that it's good. I think overall this show is just has been very strong for 2 episodes. My issue is the fact that I just don't have much to say about it, and I feel like I have been saying that. Like I don't like saying that I don't have much to say. But my issue here is the fact that right now I said the same things I'm going to say here in episode 1 review. And the reason why is the fact that not because this is so like dissimilar from the first episode, but very simply because this episode is just does a lot of the same things. And I wasn't planning on this being such a long review. I'm not going to be doing such long reviews for each one of these, but I think this season has a ton of potential, and it's doing some very interesting world building. I'll say the fight at the beginning was good, and I did enjoy it. Part of my issue is the fact that I just think there's just some unnecessary stuff. Some of the dialogue, some of the scenes just linger too long, and I think overall there could have been a few minutes just cut from here. And it's like very similar to what I had the issue with in the Batman. Like there were definitely a few things that could have been cut from the Batman to make it a little bit more sound. And I feel like they really want to go for length here, and I think length is good until it isn't, because you feel the pacing is sometimes dragging a bit. But I do feel like it's good though, and I am excited to see what they do next. But I just hope that the pacing can kind of go up a bit, because I think that's one of my biggest issues. But besides from that, it really is just such a strong show. And that it's very good when I walk out of the second episode. I'm like, very few complaints, very strong. And I think the big thing is I'm very excited to see where the show's going to go from here, because I'm very excited to see what happens with Peter's plot, what happens with Norman. I am very invested in the Norman plot as well. I really like the flashback at the beginning, and I'm just really enjoying the show. I just feel like it has some of the things in this episode really have to pay out, and I think learning all this about Stacy's father really has to be important, or it's going to feel like these episodes were a waste. And that is not a fun way to look back on a season. But I'm very excited to see what they're going to do. I think they're going to pull it out. I just don't have much else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do have another superhero crime law video coming out soon. It just got blocked 6 times. So not much to do. Besides, I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.